I'm waiting to go virtual love, Daniel. Don't rush me. I'm waiting for all of our people. Daniel, you said this was going to be virtual love. I don't feel virtually loved at all. All right, this isn't going to work. Hey guys, it's Paul Michael with Snap Cares, Snap Partners. That was just dumb, obviously, but I wanted to be able to use my virtual headset at some point. So what we're going to do today is we are introducing our virtual love with Snap Cares and our whole program designed to help 501c. The 501c charity that we're helping today is, what is it called? Let me find it again. Love Serving Autism. And we got a special, all of you that are associated with our company already, our reps around the country, I know you're going to want to support this amazing charity and what they do. And I'm going to bring someone special on towards the end of our program that most of you will know who he is. He wanted to share his Valentine's Day with you as well, but also share something very special for this charity and something that's close to his heart. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and kind of explain to you, if you're a part of Love Serving Autism, what they are is they are a charity that helps. I was on their website for a couple hours last night reading about what they do, how they do it, and it's an amazing organization. They are able to help children with autism through tennis and through pickleball. And if you don't know the word pickleball, pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. One of my partners is actually ranked in that. He might be the one you get to hear from in just a little bit. But it's really helping with their motor skills and all those kind of things. And so it's an amazing deal where they get them, and their slogan is help serving children with autism on and off the court. So they do a lot of different things. So I'm going to go into the background of what an NFT is, what digital art is, how it all works together, and kind of show you why our company really got into this. So I'm going to kind of tell you the backstory. If you don't know what an NFT is, it stands for non-fungible token. That probably tells you nothing more than you knew before I said the letters. But what it is, it's a really amazing thing. I wish I could get it formulated in my brain all the way the right way. But in the beginning, I never understood what NFTs were. I thought it was a bunch of dumb people paying for a picture. I mean, there's all kinds of NFTs out there. There's an NFT that was done, the highest selling Bored Ape was 3.4 million. One of our partners that works in this, he was telling me about, he's actually in the room today, and he was telling me he got a Bored Ape, and I was like, so you bought a stupid picture for a lot of money, and you don't even have the actual picture in your hand. He said, no, you got to understand, there's a lot of things that go into an NFT. There's utilities, there's background with, there's things that you can do with these and that you qualify for that are amazing. And so we really started studying it. My partners that are in the room today, Kenny and Michelle, we went to an NFT conference one time. We knew less after we left that conference, I think, than when we went in. But we were excited. How many of you have ever learned about something new and you were so excited about it, but you had no clue what it really was? So what an NFT is, and another thing you probably heard of lately, Donald Trump put an NFT out, and within 24 hours sold over $4 million worth of that NFT. And it was an amazing thing. So what I want to do, kind of tell you a little bit of why we got into it. We own a company that we kind of focus on delivery when we first started, but our company Snap is encompassing all kinds of things. We're in Snap Financial. We have different verticals within our company. But I'll tell you how the story of our NFT got started. My partners and I were up in Orlando a little over a year ago at Christmas, and we went out to a restaurant. And I have to tell a story. I'll tell you this. If you don't like stories, I'm probably not the person you want to listen to. But stories are how I do everything and how I formulate things, how I understand things. So we were in Orlando. We were at a restaurant, and my partner Kenny went up to the bar, and it was packed. We were waiting for our table. We were sitting there. He was at the bar, and he kept asking the bartender, I'd like to order the duck, please. And they were like, we don't have duck. And he said, I know, but I'd like to order the duck. And he kept saying it over, and I'm like, he's going to get us thrown out of here tonight. Finally, they pulled out one of these little ducks, and they handed it to him. And I was like, why did he get a duck? And then my immaturity came out, because the rest of the night, he sat here with this stupid duck. He was putting it in his drink. He was talking to it. He was doing all these things with this duck, and it made me crazy. So the next day, I said, we need to go back to that restaurant. And they said, well, we were there last night. And I said, I know, but let's go back to the restaurant. So we went back to the restaurant, we sat at the bar. First thing I did is I sat down and I said, listen, I want to get one of them ducks. And the girl goes, the only way you're getting that duck is if you buy the drink that duck goes in. I'm like, I don't want to pay $23 for a duck that I can get for a couple of cents. And it went back, it became a banter, it became a joke. And finally she goes, the only way you're getting this duck is if you buy the drink. And I said, you want to bet? So I went on Amazon, pulled out my phone and bought 50 of them for $12, and then promptly forgot that I did this. I get home from Orlando a couple days later, they're sitting on my front doorstep, and I took half of those ducks, went to Kenny, and I go, here's your half of the stupid ducks. And he goes, what are we going to do with these? And I said, I don't know. So we started making this thing out of it. We actually gave one to one of their employees as Do the Right Thing Duck Award. Then we started giving it out to other employees. Then I started having the duck text me. This duck has an attitude. If you're in our company, you know his name is Doug. And it became, we ended up creating an NFT from this duck that we had some things that go along with it. So we debuted this about a year ago as a test within our own company. And we did it within our company. We sold $33,000 worth of the NFT with this duck. And it wasn't just the NFT, it wasn't just the art. We have an amazing artist, you can see behind me. Gaba's, his name is Gabriel Cozzarelli. He's probably going to get mad at me because I messed up his name, and he's almost family to me, so I shouldn't be messing up his name. But he is one of the premier artists in Ecuador. He was Sculptist of the Year. He's the one that designs our NFTs, and he had designed Doug. And if you look on the screen, there's a video. He created a whole artwork. We created a whole line around it, but it's not, NFTs are not just about the artwork. And so we were at this seminar, we're in Vegas, we get done, I've spent 3 days on stage talking, I'm worn out. We were going to dinner, and I was walking by, I was going to meet Garrett and Kenny and Michelle, who are partners of ours, and they said, we need to talk to you right now. And I'm like, oh God, what did I do now? Because I'm usually the one in the company that gets reprimanded because I say things I shouldn't or do things I shouldn't. If you're a part of my company, you know this. And so I was like, oh God, what did I do? And they said, we have something. We put something together. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not in trouble. And they go, no. And I'm like, okay, I'm all in. And no matter what it is, as long as I wasn't in trouble, I was all in. But it was one of the most amazing ideas because they took what we knew about NFTs and they figured it out. Because with our NFT, when someone purchased this one-of-a-kind artwork with Doug, they not only got the artwork, they owned it, they could sell it, they could do it on the blockchain, but what they could also do is they got free delivery with our company. They got all kinds of things that went along with it. So it wasn't just about the picture, it wasn't just about the artwork, it wasn't just about it being something up and coming. It was about they got value from it. And some of you are gonna have the ability to partake in that today. But what they figured out was something that a lot of 501Cs or charities, I don't know if they figured it out or not yet, but one of the things, I've been involved in charity for a long, long time. Out here in Florida, we have what we call charity season. You have a gala every 22 minutes where you gotta buy tickets to go to it. I mean, I used to spend $750 for 2 tickets to go to a gala, and I started realizing charities have an enormously hard time raising money. They have to raise money all the time for everything that they do. And so, like Love Serving Autism, they should be spending their time out helping children, helping with their motor skills, all the things that go along with that. But I promise you, a big part of what they do is raising money to fund what they have to do. And I realized that because I was involved with LLS. My ex-wife ran for Woman of the Year. We spent almost 6 weeks on something, a hangar event. We had to get the planes, we had to get the Lamborghinis, we had to get all the permissions, all the permits. We spent so much time and energy, and there were so many expenses. When all was said and done, after 400 or 500 people attending this event, we had $5,000 left over for the charity. And I started realizing, oh my God, like my partners came up with something that a charity, like what we're doing today, this is our NFT launch for Virtual Love for Love Serving Autism. They are able to launch an NFT, but have value inserted into that NFT. And today we're gonna kind of go through that in just a moment. But I just wanted you to understand what an NFT is, how it works, and how it coincides with a charity. And so today I wanna kind of go through some of the things that we're doing. Do you have the paper? Sorry about that. Is it gonna be on the screen? No, here it is, my fault. If it's people from my company, they know I'm not the most organized, but that's all right. So like today, with our diamond, we have different levels with this. And so I'm going to go through it. I'm going to kind of share with you some of the levels of, and there's a portion of every bit of the proceeds go to help Love Serving Autism. And so it's an easier way for these charities to be able to get, and as we grow this and as we do this for bigger charities, a lot of times you're going to have a restaurant. One of the things that we're going to give away today, if you purchase this, you'll get a gift card. And I'm going to go through and explain how it all works. So you're not only helping the charity, you're not only getting a one-of-a-kind digital piece of art that you get to own, you can sell it, you can trade it, you can do whatever you want to with it, and the value could go up. I promise you, the value can go up over years because these are going to be one-of-a-kind that you have. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to say, like, if you look on over here to my right, your left, the silver for this NFT virtual love is you're going to get with this, you're going to get a one-of-a-kind. They won't all be the same, but you're going to get a printed copy of the NFT. You're going to get 1 year free of Snap Delivered. Now, if we're not in your area yet, once we are, and we're expanding nationally at a very fast rate, once we're in your area, that's when it starts. If you're sitting there going, well, you didn't come to my area for 2 months, that's okay, you'll start it then. You're going to get 1 entry into the Breakers raffle, which I'll explain here in just a little bit. You're going to get a $25 Twisted Tuna Jupiter gift card. If you're a part of Snap Delivered, or Snap Delivered, Snap Partners, and you're in our area, or if you're not, when we do a seminar here, we do one every October in this area, you'll be able to use that card at the Twisted Tuna, which is amazing food. We'll probably go straight downstairs after this and eat. You're going to get that gift card. 1% of the Snap Cares gross profit, it goes into a charity foundation. I'm going to explain that at the end. You're going to get to vote on where some of the money from this goes at the end of the year, in addition to what is taken in today. So that's going to be for the silver. The gold, you're going to get the printed copy. You're going to get 1 year free of Snap Delivered, 2 entries into this raffle, which I'll explain in just a little bit. Once again, you get the Twisted Tuna Zoom card. You're going to get free Zoom access to all upcoming seminars in 2023. Now, if you know me, if you're a part of Snap Delivered, you know that the training is the most important part of this. They sprung this on me. Like, we had an argument. And if you know me, once again, we had a very, I don't want to say violent argument, but very spirited argument about this. But they won, and now you win. So if you get the gold, and there's only a certain amount of these, we're not giving out tons of these. I'm not going to tell you how many there are, but there's only a few. If you get one of those, you get free Zoom access to my trainings and Tony's and the company's trainings for the rest of this year. There's, how many is a diamond? There's only one, right? There's 5 diamond. So these are even more. You're going to get 1 printed copy of the NFT, 1 year free Snap Delivered, 3 entries into the Breaker raffle, $25 gift card, 2 tickets to the Snap Partners end of the year gala. So we will be having a gala at the end of the year, probably down here in Florida. You'll be able to attend that. It's going to be something, we haven't even had one yet. This will be the inaugural one. So you get 2 free tickets to that. 30-minute Zoom mastermind meeting with Snap Partner executives. If you believe in what's going on with our company with Snap Partners, I promise you that will be something that's invaluable. We get Tony, myself, Garrett, Kenny, Rochelle, other executives in our company, where we'll be helping you for, we say 30 minutes, I promise you it'll go a lot longer than 30 minutes. And we'll be able to help you build your business any way that we can help you. Once again, so one of the things that you heard me talk about is a raffle. And I know a lot of people in our company are on another contest for our training that's coming up. You're going to get entries into that if you buy this today as well. So every NFT in Virtual Love receives 1 year free of Snap Delivered. So that's there. You get the $25 gift card. You get the deluxe printing of the Vista print. And then you're going to get the entries in this. So once again, let me go through the entries. There's going to be a raffle. If you're not from Florida, if you're around the country, the Breakers is one of the most premier resort hotels here in Florida. It's an amazing place. Like when you walk in, the ceilings are probably 20 feet high. There's gold inlay. Like it is walking back in time. But it is one of the most prestigious places around here. It's right on the Atlantic Ocean. There's coral reefs right off the coast. Like it's gorgeous, beautiful. And you are going to be able to have a room, a getaway, a weekend getaway at the Breakers on Palm Beach. And it's up to a $1,000 value. I promise you, $1,000 value, you're gonna have the experience of a lifetime. You're gonna, I mean, listen, if it's Valentine's Day and you want to do something special, go buy some scratch-off lottery tickets. Maybe don't do that part. But also enter this raffle. Like, that would be the most amazing present. You get all the value, and that's what NFTs are supposed to be about. Not just the art. The art's amazing. You get to have that. But on top of that, being able to help 501c with charities and everything else is just amazing. So you're going to have that. So if you're a diamond, if you get the diamond, you're going to get 3 entries. If you get gold, you're going to get 2. And if you get the silver, you're going to get 1. And so we'll do that raffle. When's that raffle going to happen? Friday, this Friday? This Friday coming up, we'll do the raffle. You'll be whatever they call it, contacted, communicated with, whatever they do to you. Smoke signals, they'll send you something. So that's that. Now, to do this, now don't do it yet. Give me a minute. Let's hold on for a second. What I want to do real quickly before we get to that part, Daniel, is bring in Tony if you can. So all of you know my partner, our partner, Tony Swantak. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring him into this today, Pedro, if you could pull that up. Is Tony on there? I can't hear him. Oh, there he is. There's Tony. Awesome. So, can you bring him up on screen? Is he on screen? Pedro, mute my phone going to him. Because I hear a backup, an echo. Talk, Tony. All right, do that again. This isn't a studio setup. So one of the things I wanted to do, a reason I wanted to bring Tony on, I still hear a huge echo. I want to hear Tony. All right, I'll deal with it. So most of you that are a part of Snap Partners, you know that Tony is a professional tennis player. He was a part of Nick Bollettieri, you know, with his whole organization and teaching. And I was reading through the website last night, and one of the things that really was amazing to me is they're using pickleball in addition to tennis. And if you know Tony at all, you know he is a huge pickleballer, or whatever it is he is. So I wanted to bring him on because I wanted to ask him a couple questions. So Tony, being, you know, an ex-tennis pro and everything else you've done, how would you say that this will be able to help Love Serving Autism, how this helps someone with autism? Or, I mean, I know you think it would help me lose some pounds, but what are some things you think could really help with them? So is pickleball just an old man's tennis? Daniel, they can't hear. Daniel's saying that they're not saying they can't hear you on the live feed. One second. This is why we're doing this. Do you hang him up, Tony? I can't hear Tony at all. Pedro. Can't hear. Tony, are you talking? All right, I can hear you. Yep. Daniel. Tony, hold on 1 second. They can't hear on the live stream from him. This was all working before, of course. I can't hear Tony at all.
Tony, can you start talking?
He's talking.
Live stream.
Yeah,
Can you hear him or not?
This is all working.
All right, now we can hear you, Tony. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, for tennis or pickleball in general, I mean, for children, especially children with autism, the exercise component, being on court, getting a chance to run around, get that heart rate up is going to be helpful for anybody. Children with autism, especially the hand-eye coordination, working on, whether they're playing singles or doubles, the social skills that you gain through sports like tennis and pickleball. I think that's one of the main things that attract people, especially, in league play, in tennis, pickleball, is not just the competitive spirit, but the social aspect of what's going on. And I know children with autism for sure, getting more opportunities to interact with their peers, to interact with people in sport is great for their social skills. And then focus, just being able to focus on the ball, to focus on what you're wanting to accomplish, having a strategy out there on court. I think that's a huge plus for kids and children with autism, especially, being able to participate in these sports to help them in a lot of different aspects of their life as they continue to develop.
That's awesome. That's really one of the main reasons I wanted to have Tony on. And I also know that you and I were talking earlier, and you said you wanted to kind of maybe do something extra special for this charity as we're doing the virtual launch, maybe, from our company or from you or however we're doing it to help this charity. So I wanted to let you share that before we actually get into how they can purchase these NFTs.
Sure. I mean, obviously tennis is near and dear to my heart. As I've gotten older, I started to play more and more pickleball as well. And I think from a business standpoint, a lot of the relationships that I built on the tennis court, a lot of the skills and the lessons that I learned from my coaches on the tennis court, I transferred over into the business world, and it's been a great transition. And so this is something that obviously is near and dear to me. I've been helping out for years. I think starting back in junior high, I was volunteering with Special Olympics and helping children with disabilities. And so that's something that's very near and dear to my heart, and adults with disabilities as well through Special Olympics. And so, being able to help, an organization that helps children with autism through tennis, through pickleball, I wanted to personally donate $1,000 to the cause to help them reach out and touch more children and help more children get involved with this program. So something I wanted to do. I know Snap will want to donate as well. And then obviously with our NFT program through Snap Cares, I think we're going to be able to raise a ton of funds for a ton of amazing organizations.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's something amazing. And you know what? I know more than anything, you and I wanted to spend some of our Valentine's Day together, and you're in Wichita, Kansas, and I'm here in Florida, and Julie probably wouldn't like that, and Chelsea wouldn't either. So this is our Valentine's. So happy Valentine's, Tony.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Was spending Valentine's Day with you, but yeah, I'll go to the Love Serving Autism side. Like I said, I want to personally donate $1,000 there, and awesome. I think it's a good a Valentine's Day gift for a great organization.
Awesome. Thanks for taking time out of your day and joining us, and I'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, man. So what we want to do now is give you the opportunity to, I'm not going to tell you how many, I told you how many there were of the largest one, but we're going to put the way to order into the chat, correct? Yep. That'll be in the chat now, so Daniel's going to actually put that in there. There's going to be 3 different links that you can go to, and you can get it through that way. You can hit click, then your step 2 will be click buy with the card. You're going to enter your credit card information. They've made it so easy to do this, and we're perfecting this on a daily basis. So you're going to complete the form, and you're going to get an access to a website where you're going to be able to redeem your deals. One of the problems that we had when we first started with this program, how do we figure out people can redeem them? How do we get them everything they need? You will have digital coupons available that when you redeem it, it'll say redeemed. You'll use it at the restaurant, you'll use it through our trainings, all those type of things. You'll be able to redeem that. We'll be able to track it. So we're perfecting this on a daily basis. This is one, we kind of wanted to do this as a virtual launch today, kind of show you how it's going to work. But I'm telling you, as we grow this as a company, it's going to get bigger and better. We're going to be able to help more charities and do so many things. So you're going to check your email for a SnapCares NFT claim submission. That'll come to you in an email, and you'll be able to do it. So I want to wrap this up. I don't want to take a lot of your time today, but I hope that you, if you're a part of Snap Partners, or you're a part of Love Serving Autism, and what Tony did today was amazing. I mean, I was reading through last night, and I saw that, you know, they're very centric on tennis, and I knew that would be something that would be important to him. And so I wanted to bring him on. And I think this is an amazing charity. And if you know me at all, everything I do in life is about stories. And I think that what we're going to do with NFTs through SnapCares is going to change the world. I tell people in our company, if you've ever seen the movie with Steve Jobs, he talks about making a dent in the universe. And if you're a part of our company, you hear me say that all the time, that we may not only make a dent in the universe, we're going to rip the universe wide open and change things. We're bringing value through everything that we do, and SnapCares is going to be something that brings so much value. So I appreciate you spending a little bit of your Valentine's Day with us. Go make sure you treat that someone special, extra special today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.